it's one more shot in the dark. One more day waking up, feeling that feeling you get in your gut. Like you know that you just overslept, but you really got nowhere to be. It's another day passing, avoid interaction, avoiding the fact that if someone comes at me, it really don't matter. I'm not in the practice of hitting you back unless you're doing something for me, goddamn. No, I don't think you understand. No, I just wanna be a man, but I ain't acting like a man. No, I don't think this was the plan, though. I don't think I have a plan, no. Decision I wanted to make. Intentions I want to be great, but action's the only one talking. I wanted to stop, but I'm walking this way to the block where I don't have a place, but they leave me alone. By the tone of my face, they can tell that I'm there for the product they're selling. No blame, it's a problem. This problem creates got a lot of mistakes, and I contemplate taking my life on the daily. I'm falling from grace, Trying to keep scheming with y'all and I shake 1 2 hours a day, then I don't. Friends that I hang with,
all right, let's pray.
Hard in the stone. Go from apartment to home to apartment and car. I'm starting and part of me knows that it's only a matter of time. That it's only a matter of getting a match from the kitchen. It's not as consistently mixed on the factory line. But at this point, it's almost a thrill just to have any feeling at all. It's time for the pain, so I shoot it at all. Even further from grace as I wait for that call.
Still struggle with addiction and alcoholism. All we can do is let somebody out here be touched by our words and our testimony and our experience, strength, and hope, and maybe they can find a way to save their life as well. In your name, amen.
So it's one more shot in the dark, one more dimly lit bathroom. Let the clerk at the gas station hands me the key to I sense all the judgment he's passing. But I'd rather at that than get seen in my car and risk losing the place that I crash in. Cause the couch is asleep up, they all went away like the family fed up with my madness. Oh God, damn, no, I don't think you understand. No, I just wanna be a man, but I ain't acting like a man. No, I don't think this was the plan. No, I don't think I have a plan. No, I'm just drifting through this. I'm not getting through this. I'm not fit to do this. How can it override everything? And my mother, she paid me a visit while I was embracing the sickness. I'll never forget it. The last time I saw her was 2 years before that. I hate to relive it. As dead as I was on the inside, I channeled her energy. I couldn't.
Welcome back to another Friday night Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Ragin Cajun. It's the weekend, baby. Man, I hope everybody is having a beautiful, lovely Friday. I mean, we're getting a lot of rain. We're getting a lot of rain. But it's good for the farmers. You know what I mean? It's good for the people that have gardens. I mean, I know my brother Jake from Coffee at 321 said he's growing a garden, and it's going to be a community garden. We can all come pick some fresh produce. So I can't wait to go out there and get some of that fresh produce because sunshine is around the corner. But it's a great day to be alive, sober, and free. Free from the jail cell, free from the trap trailer, and free from addiction and alcoholism. But tonight's show is being dedicated to my friend, brother from another, Brian Thompson, that passed away yesterday. Shouts out to your family, sending prayers to your family. You was there when I first got sober, and you gave me hope, and I want to dedicate this show to my brother and good friend Brian Thomas, and sending love and prayers out to his family. We miss you, B, and I know you flying high and look down over us, brother, but shout out to you and your family. We love you. Well, today has been a great day. I was hanging out with my brother Malachi.
What up, everybody?
Yep. I don't know how he keeps his head so shiny, but I'm trying to learn his secrets. You know what I mean? I don't know if he buffs that thing clockwise or counterclockwise, but I hope that he shows me his secrets one day. But today's been a great day. got to go to a fellowship meeting in town today. And that always, no matter rain, sleet, snow, or shine, can reconnect you to your higher power. You know what I mean? And it's a great thing. But we got a special guest in the house tonight. We got my man Dakota Grant. What's happening, brother?
How's it going? What's up, man?
What's good with you?
I'm just chilling, blessed.
Well, I want to thank you for coming out today. And how long have you been sober and clean, my brother?
I got sober on December 2nd of last year, about 148 days.
Man, congratulations, my brother. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but you almost got, well, you just passed 120, and now you're working on a whole year.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing. And on behalf of Sobertalk with Brother Brandon and all the sponsors that are supporting the show, we sure appreciate each and every one of these sponsors. And this is a cup for you. You can keep cold stuff in here during the winter, warm stuff during the summer, but you just can't put ethylene alcohol in there, my brother.
Yes,
No
sir.
nitrate, none of that. And that's your
appreciate it.
straw. And I also got you an assortment of the Sobertalk new and improved stickers. So you can bring that and you can give it to some of your people, or you can promote.
Yes, sir.
And on behalf of J Dobo, the leading spice in the land, I got you a jar of this original spice. J Dobo makes mellow, hot sauce, candy, all types of stuff. But if you like it, you can hit up jdobo.com, or if you need his number, I can give it to you.
Appreciate you.
And on behalf of Tied for Second and New Freedom Center, I got the thermo flask. The same rules apply as the Sober Talk cup, and that's for you.
Yes, sir.
And on behalf of the Patriot Post in the Gateway Mall, Michael Cook says, nice swag. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. It says the Patriot Post is veteran owned. It's a veteran store in the Gateway Mall. And if you ever want to stop by and talk to a veteran about some war stories, that man is there, and check him out. But that's for you, my brother.
Thank you.
And on behalf of Resurrection Tattoo and Supplies, right here in Bismarck, he's a LA award-winning artist, and he has great black and white ink. And if you want to get hooked up, go see George so you don't get effed up. And so if you bring him this and say, I brung it to you, you get a discount on tattoo or whatever your pleasure is. Also, I got a discount card from Exhibit A Tattoo in Mandan, North Dakota. Chris and Lexi, if you're looking to get some color done or anything done, they are a great artists. They're a married couple, and they're doing great work in Mandan, North Dakota. And if you bring them this and say, Brother Brandon gave you that, you'll get a discount tattoo.
We'll be looking out, man.
So, Dakota, yep. And on behalf of SOS, Stones of Sobriety,
I appreciate you.
Yeah, you bet.
this is for you, my brother. Keep you safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Dakota, where were you born and where did you grow up at?
I was born in Kansas. I grew up in Fort Riley, Kansas, on a military base.
Okay.
I moved out to North Dakota
Yeah.
in about 5th grade.
Tornado Alley.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen a big tornado?
I have.
How was it? Like Twister, like the movie?
I mean, I was indoors, but it was just like the movie. It's a crazy time, yeah. Super terrifying. It's a crazy time, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved out to North Dakota. I've been in Dickinson area for a little over 20 years now.
Okay. Stark County.
Yes, sir.
I've been locked up in there looking out that little crack in the window at the highway. You know what I mean? Where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like it in there because it had a lot of space.
Yeah,
it's
all right.
But I was glad to leave.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
So, how was your spiritual life growing up? How was your household?
My spiritual life was good. You know what I mean? I grew up in the church. I've always been a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
my household was good. A little rough. My dad's an old Southern man. Like I said, he was a military man, so everything was a little rough. I moved around quite a bit due to being in the military, so I really ain't
Army?
had no, yeah. So I really ain't had no like lifelong friends. So my family's everything to me.
Okay.
So with that, it's that's a good thing, man. I'm still super spiritual. I'm closer to God now than I ever have been.
Yeah. Didn't you live in Kansas? Oklahoma.
Yep.
Real close.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt actually lives did live in Olathe, Kansas. So I spent a lot of time down there. I love Kansas. Ain't nothing like that barbecue down there. What?
Yeah.
That's what it's known for.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first tried drugs or alcohol?
So the first time I smoked weed, I was a freshman in high school. First time I drank, I was a freshman in high school. First time I did hard drugs, I was 15 years old. Everything kind of escalated quickly from cocaine to meth.
That monster gets.
Yeah.
That monster always snakes his way in there.
Real quick, man. And just like a lot of people, man, I was like a weekend warrior. You know what I'm saying? I played a lot of sports, so I didn't do it during the week. You feel me? So
Right.
it's just but it progressively grew on me, and it grew quick.
Oh yeah. I did meth once for 2 years. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
And I mean, I can relate to you. You know, coming from the South, I had access to a lot of cocaine, and then when I tried meth, I mean, I ain't had a booger since. You know what I mean? Ever since I snorted meth, I mean, I had really too much cloggers. You know, we might get a little crusty every now and then, but that could whistle in the wind. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Any trouble in high school?
Yeah, actually, I got sent away to home on the range when I was about 15, 16.
What happened?
Drugs just kind of got the best of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, at the time, my dad was in the military, and then he went to be a cop.
A military cop or a real cop?
Just a real cop. We moved up to North Dakota for that. And I was just hard headed, man. I'm the youngest of four. You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of chose my own path, and my parents decided to put the brakes on how I was living real quick, thinking that it was going to change me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So how long was you at home on the range?
Just a few months.
Okay. Did you graduate high school?
I did.
Okay. What year?
2005.
Congratulations, my brother. One of the first big accomplishment a young man or a young woman accomplishes in life. Absolutely. You know, I remember I was the feeling like, man, I was on top of the world.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
Officially.
And then later on, you just mess up in life and you have to reflect. You know what I mean? How about you, Malachi? What you think about that reflecting?
Reflecting? I'm reflecting right now listening to him.
Yeah.
My life sounds my past, very similar to him.
Right.
And especially like placement as a younger person, which I think is a huge influence. I went all over the country.
Yeah.
Since I was 13. So
Yeah,
that hurt when Mama said no more coming back.
Yeah, no
You know what I mean? She let you come back, and then but when it's finally done, boy,
Go away.
then you gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
It's time to sell crack, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. It always
Sad, you know?
somewhere in everybody's story it gets a little cracky.
Little cracky.
So after high school, graduated high school, what was your big plans and aspirations?
To be honest, man, my plans was to go play college sports. I went to college right out of high school, and it wasn't but a couple months I was in prison.
Okay. So what college did you go to?
I went to Dickinson State University.
Okay, and play what?
I was trying to play football, but
Okay.
like I said, it was my first year, and I ended up just going to prison, man. I didn't finish but a couple months.
Here in Bismarck?
Yep.
What happened?
So I caught a charge when I was 17 for burglary.
Okay.
I got charged as an adult.
Yep. You was trying to steal some boxes?
Yeah.
You trying to build a clubhouse, Craig?
No, so they tried me as an adult, but they put me on probation. You know what I'm saying? And still at the age of 18, I thought I was king of the world. I wasn't listening to nobody. I didn't think that they could tell me what to do. That my way was the only way. Well, my PO had a different story. You know what I'm saying? Put me in prison, so that ended that real quick.
Yep. How long did you stay at the big house?
I did a year.
Okay. How was that?
I was hard-headed, man. I just got into a lot of trouble. So I was only sentenced to a year, and in North Dakota, usually, you know what I'm saying, you don't do a full sentence. I did 12 months on 12 months because I was doing my own thing. You know what I mean? I wasn't listening to nobody. I was getting write-ups. I was young and dumb.
And so you got out and went to the halfway house?
I went to the halfway house. So I got sent to the halfway house in my mid-sentence.
And they sent you back?
And I got kicked out of the halfway house and right back to prison.
Yep. Ain't that crazy how that always happens in everybody's story?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Sober living is the way to go.
Yep.
So when you got out, what was the well, you went back and then you got out?
So I got out and it was, I ended up, at the time, getting the mother of my children pregnant.
Okay.
Right away. Had a kid with her.
You was eating peanut butter while you was in there. All that protein was backed up.
Yeah. Had a kid, like I said, right away. Kind of went on the straight and narrow. I worked the oil field for a long time. And then, so within that time between 2008 when I got out of prison or 2007 when I got out of prison in 2015, I had 3 kids. They're 15, 14, and 10 right now. And then, like I said, things were on the sober path for the most part. I still partied a little bit, you know what I mean? But I was, with my oil field job, I didn't really have time to mess around like that.
Well, how long did that last?
What, the oil field?
No.
The sobriety?
The time you didn't have to mess around. How long did that last?
No. I was, at that time, man, because like I said, with the job that I was working, I'd get drug tested, so I'd have time I'd get a drug test, and then in between time, I'd probably get high. I didn't do meth for a minute, but I'd do some coke, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Partied, and then I'd get sober for another 3 weeks. You know?
Okay.
And then I'd wait for my drug test, and I'd do it all over again.
Yeah. That's miserable.
It was just terrible. I did that for a good 8 years, 9 years.
I think that's why Malachi got that shiny bald head. They've been trying to pull the hair follicles on him.
Relapse.
Nah, I can relate because after the military, I worked in the Gulf of Mexico in the oil field offshore.
Yeah.
And they used to drug test all the time. I literally, every time I went to work, I had I had somebody's team. And then when they started hair testing, my disease wanted me so bad that I would nair my whole body and keep all my hair on my body lower than an inch. Yeah. And so every time they tried to hair test me, they couldn't do it. So that lasted a little while, you know?
Yeah. So for me, man, when it came down to that hair follicle, you know what I'm saying? So the company I work for told us they're about to start hair follicle, and we got 90 days. You know what I mean? On that 90th day, I was done working. You know what I mean? I couldn't get clean.
Right.
And then things went downhill from there. I stopped working and started to get back in the streets again, trying to compensate for the amount of money I was making. You know what I mean? And it didn't work out, and I ended up back in prison again.
Yep. Back, ring around the rosy, right?
Yeah.
And was that the last time?
No.
Okay. How many times have you been to prison?
3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
And the last time how long was that?
The last time I was in there for 18 months. I got a 10-year sentence with 6 years suspended. I did 4 months in county jail and 18 months in prison.
Okay. That last time, was it different from the first time?
Yeah, so that last time, man, like I was telling Malachi, man, it wasn't for me, I looked at it as not a punishment, like I needed it, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like God sat me down, and gave me time to figure out me, you know what I'm saying? It was my time. Compared to the other 2 times in prison, the first 2 times, I was running around being a knucklehead, doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? But this time, man, I was kind of that goofy guy just walking around prison with my Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's all I was in jail, man.
Not associating with no riffraff.
Right.
I got a job in the welding shop, so I'd get up every morning and I was busy from 5 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon.
So you know how to weld?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. But I'd work till 4 in the afternoon, go do my workout, read my Bible, watch my little tablet, my Bible shows on my tablet, and go to bed every day.
And so you did reconnect with God this time?
Yeah.
How? Tell me the process of it. Like you just woke up one day and was like, "Holy Jesus!"
I mean, to be honest, man. So when I got sent to prison, when I at this time, my last time, I was on fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? So I was withdrawing hard.
Calling out to him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm more or less
telling you,
calling
bro.
out to him and
Yeah.
them things where it was like,
Yeah.
God was like, "Hey, I got you." You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've always been a Christian. I just needed the time to reconnect back with God again, and the way I did it was, like I said, I knew what I needed. I knew what I was missing. I felt like I had a void in my life when I was doing these dumb things. You know what I'm saying? And when he sat me down, I remember I was sitting in that county jail, and all I wanted, I asked the ladies, I asked them for a Bible, and they just kept blowing me off. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, they were doing the little COVID thing, so everyone had to sit up in the cell by themselves for like 14 days, and it took them like 4 days to give me a Bible. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was calling out to God, like help me, help me. And it was rough, man.
Right.
But it was what I needed.
Okay. So what was your plans and goals when you got out, and what really happened when you got out?
So my plans and goals were to follow the straight and narrow, to do the right thing, to stay connected, reconnect with my kids, because of course I got reconnected with my children when I was back in prison. But to do the right thing, and it was. So I was in Bismarck I got out on a Friday. My parents and my son came down to stay with me. They left that Sunday night, I was high.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
What was your thought process in the hours leading up to how you got high? And how did you get? I mean, like, you just ran across somebody, or you just something shifted in your brain?
It was just one of them things. Like I'm the type. I was out in Bismarck. I didn't really know nobody out here. I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of them things where, when I was at the halfway house, I did connect with a couple people, and I was just sitting there.
Back to that halfway house.
Yeah. I was sitting there. I was bored, man. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I knew, weren't living the type of life I should have been living. You know what I'm saying? And instead of being bored and just waiting it out, I wanted to chill. I wanted to hang out with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So the people I hit up,
Pigeons.
they had drugs. And then obviously like they didn't care about my sobriety. But I don't put the blame on them. I'm a man and I make the decisions.
Amen.
On my own,
Amen to that.
So it's like I chose to get high, and just like every other time, man, like I'm an addict. You know what I'm saying? Like one time ain't enough, and it was just I got high and I threw everything away. You know what I'm saying? And that was back in. I got released in June of 23.
Okay.
June 23rd of 2023.
So last year.
Yeah, and I went on a good one until December of this last year.
A good one, huh? Yeah.
Did we come in there last year when you was in there and do the hip hop and hope thing?
Where?
At the prison?
No, I wasn't in there at the time.
Okay.
I was at I was at the halfway house from February until June.
So, what's your thoughts now that you're sober, you're in the helping people game?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the difference between a halfway house and a sober living house? From your experience.
My thoughts on the difference between the two?
Yeah.
So a halfway house is basically you're forced to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A sober living, a majority of the time you have that choice to be there.
Mm-hmm.
A halfway house is filled with more or less police, whatever you want to call them, correctional officers. You know what I'm saying? A sober house it gives you the opportunity. It depends on the sober house now too. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in faith-based sober houses. You know what I'm saying? But they're real similar in the sense of the two.
Right.
You know.
Have you ever worked the 12 steps?
I have tried to work the 12 steps. I'm not a 12-stepper.
Okay. Everybody's got their own experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you think the darkest point of your life was up until your first day sober of this sobriety length?
I was living in Arizona, homeless, with nobody, man. I literally had nobody. I didn't have a place to live. I had my raggedy car, and it was just a group of other homeless individuals, and all we did was just post up. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. It was. My parents are amazing people. You know what I'm saying? But it's to the point where it's like I felt like such a failure that I didn't want to reach out to my parents. You know what I'm saying?
I can relate.
Because my parents know, my parents, they know, especially my mama know like every move that I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I was at that point, man, and I wasn't talking to my kids, I wasn't talking to my family, I wasn't talking to nobody. I was living on the streets in Arizona by myself. The means of me getting money was illegal. Everything I was doing was illegal. I truly didn't care whether I was around or not around. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I didn't let everybody down. You feel me?
Right. And I know that feeling. You know what I mean? At the end of my enlistment, after having medals and going to war and everything, a month before I got out, I got pulled over high and guns in the car and all that. You know what I mean? So I know that feeling. Yeah. And I know that feeling of walking around Bismarck not knowing nobody in the freezing cold with nowhere to go and stuff like that. So I can relate to that. And that will change you. You know?
It'll work.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like it's something I needed to go through. Right. Especially in the line of work that I do now. I take it real personal in the things that I do because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have individuals that come to me that are dealing with active addiction, that are homeless, that are dealing with every single thing that I've gone through in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's one of those things, like I said, where I truly feel that like God put me where I'm supposed to be. Like I found my purpose. You feel me?
Amen to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I want to let everybody know that we deeply appreciate y'all for showing love and always tuning in. Right now, we're gonna take a short 10-minute break, and when we come back, Dakota's gonna talk about how his life is now and how his journey was after day one of sobriety and everything that's happening in his life now that he's sober and clean and doing the thing. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to play some music, and we're going to give a shout out to all our sponsors. And also, we're going to do the Hanson gift card giveaway.
Yeah.
But if you feel free to comment on the show, tell your friends to comment, and if anybody wants to be a guest or they want to sponsor or donate to the show, you can direct message me, and we can get that figured out. But we're gonna go ahead and play some sobriety songs, and I hope everybody's got their popcorn and their J-Dobo, and is having a nice. What's up, Ed? Y'all out there sweating or what? Y'all sweating in the rain? They said when you walk in the rain and you can cry and nobody will know you crying, baby.
I don't think you understand how it feels to be in it. Every minute is a week, every night no sleep, every high so deep, but it goes so quick. And if I don't leave, then I might not make it. If I don't make it, then my life was cheap. Was it all for nothing? And my mind keeps racing. I'm sick to my stomach. Why am I
Step outside for 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't close the bottom door behind you though, because you'll get locked out.
This one right here?
No, that door that goes to the stairs.
Okay, cool. I can go out this one right here, though, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
No, you can't go outside down here.
No, but I go that way up upstairs.
Yep, but the door that's right by the stairs, leave that
This
open.
one was different. I had to sit with all of that pain and the guilt and the shame and the drugs that were no longer fixed.
Somebody said they love me. Somebody loves me, Malachi. Oh, I've been searching high and low with a flashlight.
I made a decision to do what
I love you too, baby.
The problem is me and I got to my feet and I started to feel a new sense of direction as small as a seed. But a seed was enough and it's proud of the train.
You want to do the sponsor? You want to do name off the sponsor?
Every day and I'm following dreams.
Yeah, F5. Oh, she says she's my #1 fan, Malachi.
There you go.
J Dobo said, get a room.
We do right now.
Yeah.
We in the room.
J Dobo is getting raffled off for a date this summer. So stay tuned. He will cook for you in a J Dobo apron. So all the aunties, get your ones ready for your raffle tickets, baby. Okay. It's time, folks. It is time. It is time for the rhythm and the rhyme. So we want to give a special shout out to all our sponsors, the F5 Project. If you don't know what the F5 Project is, Google it. Adam Martin, the whole organization, it's a great thing. He's one of the pioneers that has paved the way for people that have felonies, people that have a past. He got a little history. He did get a bill signed from the governor that if it's past 5 years at the end of your cases, your crimes, your probation ended, or whatever you had going on, and you haven't gotten in any more trouble, and it was a non-violent offenses, you can get your cases sealed and get your rights back for everything that normal people have. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, just because you messed up in life doesn't mean that life is over. If you're not dead, God still has a plan for you. So shout out to F5 Project. Also, shout out to Tied for Second Sober Living. Malachi, tell them about Tied for Second Sober Living.
Tied for Second rocks. It's a beautiful place, beautiful home. Everything's really nice. They pay for your food.
Yep.
And it's reasonably priced for rent.
Right.
It's awesome.
Right. And Malachi says they even have soft toilet paper.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to be chafe. You don't want to be chafe around the go-go. And on behalf of F5, I got you the fresh new generation F5 t-shirt for you, my brother.
I appreciate you, man.
But we want to give a shout out to the Zach Shack in Bismarck, North Dakota, leading ice house manufacturers in the whole northern Midwest, in the whole world. If you want you the best ice house that you can ever imagine, holla at the Zach Shack. Also, if you need something welded that's big, small, or big and small, you can get anything done at Bizman Welded. It's in the same building as the Zach Shack. But shout out to Make It Extraordinary. My brother Big Jake, he has wrote his own book. And his book release party is June 1st in New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's called Make It Extraordinary. 27 life lessons how to make everything extraordinary. Also, shout out to Cutie Creations by Acosta. She is the mastermind behind these cups. So if you ever need something made, holla at Cutie Creations by Acosta. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Preferred Heating and Air. If you need your AC blown out, recharge, or replace, or anything with your furnace, anything to do with heating or air, call Preferred Heating and Air. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by my man, Jake. Coffee at 321 in the Hub HUB Community Center right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. Go get you a drink. Tonight's show is also being sponsored by J Dobo. He is available, ladies, and he's spicy. And we will be raffling off a date with J Dobo. He will come to your house in an apron and cook for you. That will be happening this summer. Stay tuned. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Prairie Recovery Center, where beds are available. A lot of places got waiting lists. Beds are available at Prairie Recovery Center. And even if you don't have insurance, they will get you a SCD voucher and you will go to treatment, no cost, covered by the government. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by the Patriotic Post in the Gateway Mall. If you want to hear some real veteran stories and get you some patriotic gear, go check out the Post. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by the Chieftain Conference Center in Carrollton, North Dakota. What you got to say about the Chieftain?
I grew up going there. It's kind of out in my neck of the woods, so it's a beautiful place. If you haven't been there and you're around Carrington, check it out. My brother will help you out. What's up, Skyler?
Yep. Malachi, he's connected. He's my northern North Dakota connector. Northeastern star. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Nishu Bay Kennel and Grooming. If you need your pets groomed or kenneled, holla at Nishu Bay. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Serenity Bridge Sober Living right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. If you're searching for a sober living house, you can hit them up. You can get on the list, or you might get lucky and you might just squeeze right on in. But Serenity Bridge. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by the Sanctuary in Minot, North Dakota. Women's Sober Living. Shout out to Carrie out there saving lives on the daily. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Exhibit A Tattoo in Mandan, North Dakota. If you're looking to get some real artist, colored, whatever work done, go see Chris and Lexi. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by the House of Fade in Mandan, North Dakota. I mean, if you want to go there and get a fresh,
right here on Honeybook. Honeybook lets me cut
a fresh lining, I mean, to the T, go holler at my man Josue, the Puerto Rican matador barber. He'll get you right. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by the F5 Project, and it's based out of Fargo, but F5 is all over the state of North Dakota. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Capital Exteriors, roofing, siding, and gutters. If you're looking to get roofing, siding, or gutters, holla at John at Capital Exteriors. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Treasures of the Earth and Sea, right here in Bismarck, North Dakota, next to Cap City Meeting Hall. It's in between a bar and an AA meeting hall, so you can't tell me that place ain't magical. You know what I mean? But go get you some stones and just do a circle in there. Go around the store a couple laps and just feel the good energy. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by New Freedom Center in Bismarck, North Dakota. I am New Freedom alumni, and beds are available. Just contact New Freedom Center. Also, tonight's show is being sponsored by Star Gifts, Coffee Lodge, and Gift Store. It's in the Gateway Mall. I mean, they got so much native stuff and art and all kind of stuff in this store. You can literally stay in there for 2 hours. What's up? I love you too. Go play. Okay. And also tonight's show is being sponsored by Star Designs. It's the graphic artist behind the scenes inside the Star Gift shop. If you need any graphics done, graphic design, holler at Stefan, Star Design in the Star Gift store. Anybody else that I left out?
I think that's everybody.
Okay. Well, last but not least, tonight's show is being sponsored by Hanson's Menwear in Bismarck, North Dakota. I mean, if you want to get player, I'm talking about player, that's where I go. You know what I mean? Fedoras, you can get suited for the prom, you can get suited for a funeral, you can get suited and booted for whatever occasion is there. Go see Barry at Hanson's Menwear. So, right now, we fixing to do the Hanson Menwear $50 gift certificate giveaway. We're back, folks, live on 100.7 FM Club Live Radio, right here at New Song Church tomorrow. They're having a politician debate. I don't know exactly what to call it, but if you want to come listen to some great speakers and some politics and some different events and topics right here in North Dakota that's going on, you can come here. I think it's from 8 to 3, and they got a great thing going on here at New Song Church. If you're up early, if you're not, you can show up late. But check it out if you want to talk about some good topics. They got some doctors on the panels. They got some politicians. All the hot topics that's going on recently, I believe they're going to be talking about them. But don't quote me. Just check out New Song Church tomorrow from 8 to 3, I believe. It's great things. But right now, it's Sobertalk, baby. And we are being sponsored by Hanson's Menwear right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. If you want to get fly, you got some kind of event, or you just want to slide through the city streets looking fly, you can go holler at Barry and he will get you dressed right. But right now, if anyone is the third caller, 701-450-1424, the third caller is the winner of the $50 Hanson's Menwear gift certificate.
Yeah.
I don't think they paid the phone bill, Malachi.
Yeah. Who's got a card?
701-450-1424. The third caller will win the $50 gift certificate to Hanson's Menwear in Bismarck, North Dakota right now. Hello. Thanks for calling. Sober Talk with Brother Brandon. But right now, you are the first caller. Who am I speaking with?
This is Mike Hunsicker.
How you doing? It's my stepdad from Florida.
What's up, son? How you doing, brother?
How you doing? Well, I want to thank you for calling. We love you. We'll see you soon. And tell everybody we'll see him soon. And try it again next week.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, that was caller number 1. We need caller number 3. 701-450-1424. You're going to win a $50 gift certificate to Hanson's Menwear. Get your man fly. You might need a graduation.
Take me shopping.
Yeah, a graduation. A graduation might be coming up. Somebody needs some attire. He can get you right. I mean, cummerbunds and all. 701-450-1424. The third caller wins the gift certificate. Don't worry, we'll wait. Malachi, tell him some knowledge.
Knowledge. Be patient with yourself. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry when you're in a hurry.
701-450-1424. The third caller. Oh, get the $50 gift certificate right now. Going once. Going twice. Anybody? I guess Malachi, we're gonna have to go get us some silk socks.
Ooh, it'd be slipping around. I don't like that.
Yeah. They used to call me Jump Slide Slim. I used to be like James Brown with a little bit of Michael Jackson. You didn't know if I was doing the alligator or the funky
I'm
monkey.
trying to hold something. I'm losing.
Right now, if you call and you're the third caller, we already had one caller. 701-450-1424. Third caller wins a $50 gift certificate. Man, I guess everybody's busy. Anybody out there? Can you hear me?
Anybody.
$50 gift certificate right now. Just call 701-450-1424. If not, we're going to save it for next week.
There you go. Trying to get on Wi-Fi right now for the...
The show must go on, okay? So that is the end of the $50 gift certificate gift. Oh, we got a caller. Hello.
Please tell me I'm number 2, right?
Who are we speaking with?
This is the J-Dubs.
J-Dub?
I just wanted to be caller number 2.
Okay, J-Dobo's on the line. I knew somebody was going to call, but J-Dobo, you won the last one. You're caller number 2. You won the last one. And I need you to go get you some threads, and then we're going to bring you to the spa, and we're going to wax your chest. We love you, brother. Keep it spicy.
Love you too, brother. Good show.
Thank you. All right, the next caller wins the $50 gift certificate. 701-450-1424. Hanson's Menwear, right here in Bismarck, North Dakota.
3 times a charm.
All right.
701-450. Oh, we got a caller. Hello.
Hello.
That voice sounds like an echo. Okay. Who are you and how can we help you?
I'm Shaylin.
Okay, you got the wrong number. Nah, you are the third caller. You got the $50 gift certificate to Hanson's Menwear. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for calling, and we will get that gift certificate to you. Just message us, or we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Peace and chicken grease. Okay, well, that was the Hanson's $50 gift certificate giveaway. We're trying to give one away every week. We got a third caller called in, but tell your friends to tune in every Friday night, and they can call in. Okay, let's see who this is. Hello.
Hi, we're watching your show from Wyoming.
You watching our show from Wyoming?
Yes.
Man, is it windy?
It's raining down here like it is up there. It's weird.
Yeah? Do you live in the mountains?
Kind of, really high altitude.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you calling and watching the show and supporting, but you're caller number 4.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you calling. And hey, if nobody told you yet, we love you, baby.
All right, thank you. You can hear that.
Okay. Well, stay tuned next week, and you can win.
Okay, I will.
Thanks for calling. Ciao. Well, thanks for participating, everyone. And tune in next week, and you can call in and you can win a gift certificate. It's pretty simple. August, say hi.
Hi.
August, how long have you been sober and clean?
7 years, but don't mess with me because I know how to box.
Yeah, he knows how to box.
Beat you up.
Okay, we'll go do some push-ups and guard the door. Make sure we're safe.
Okay.
Because you're aggravating me right now.
How am I aggravated?
Nah, I love you, son.
You're gonna love me through it.
I love you, son. You coming over here digging in my pockets, man? I'm about to, my PTSD about to kick in.
Trying to get that dollar.
Okay. Well, everybody if anybody is just tuning in, we just did the halftime part of the show. We gave shout out to all our sponsors. We gave away the $50 gift certificate to Hanson's Menwear, where you can go get old school fly. I want to thank Kerry for calling in from Wyoming. I want to thank Jay Dobo for calling in, and Pop Mike Huntsicker from Florida. Thank you for calling in, brother. We might bring you some blousing straps down and some old cologne, some Brute or that karate. What you know about that? Now we love you, but we got Dakota Grant in the house tonight from Dickinson. He's been sober coming up on a year. He has changed his life. He has changed his life, and he's a peer support specialist. He works with a lot of organizations in the Dickinson, North Dakota area, and he just told us about his life, how, drugs, alcohol, in and out of prison, the same pattern. And so now he's going to tell us how his life is now, from his first day of sobriety up until today, how his life is now.
What's up? How my life is now. So my first day of sobriety was rough, man. Like I said, I was coming off of fentanyl. So in the first 10 days of sobriety was rough. You know what I'm saying? To be honest.
How is it detoxing from fentanyl?
It was probably the worst thing I ever gone through. You know what I'm saying?
Is it worse from detoxing from heroin or anything else?
I ain't never detoxed off of heroin.
Okay.
But
have you ever overdosed?
No, sir. I'm blessed on that.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people that have overdosed. As I lost my sister back in 2010 to an overdose. Mm-hmm. But like I said, man, the first 10 days, they was rough. It's if I wouldn't have had God by my side, I don't think I would have made it through it. I probably shouldn't have made it through it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that kept me going. And for the simple fact of knowing where my future would be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's kind of crazy, man. It's this last time I went through it, I truly believe I had my spiritual awakening, that aha moment. You feel me? Cause all I couldn't see straight. I couldn't walk straight. I was sick as could be, man. And all I was doing is just praying. And that's what got me through it. But now my life is more than amazing, man. I got my kids back in my life. I'm married to the most beautiful woman in the world. Her kids are back in our life. I couldn't ask for more of a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
My day starts out every day. I wake up. I watch church every day, every morning. I'm a big Stephen Furtick fan. I watch it every day. I go to church every Sunday. I'm actively involved in my church.
What church you go to in Dickinson?
Refuge Church.
Pretty good?
It's amazing, man.
Okay.
It's cool. It's my parents go to that church too.
Okay.
It's kind of what got me going to that church. You know what I mean? And I just formed a fellowship with the men's group up in that church. Was one of the brothers. You know what I mean? But life is, I couldn't ask for a better life right now, man. I'm glad I went through what I went through, like I said, because it put me in the position to do what I'm doing right now. I get to be the face of change. I get to be the perfect example of what you can go through and what you were to what you can become. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit, man. For a lot of people, anybody that knows me knows where I was. And even today, I have some of my clients come in that were old associates from my past that look at me and they can't believe the change. They can't believe what it is. You know what I mean?
Speaking on that, what are your organizations you associate with it now? Like, what is your job? And how did you even get into any of that?
So I am my peer support specialist was talking to me, telling me that there is an opening for a peer support specialist.
So tell them, people out there that's listening, what is a peer support specialist?
A peer support specialist is an individual that has the lived experience. It's somebody that's gone through what people that are dealing with addiction or mental health are going through, that have been where they are, and can meet them face to face and be able to provide resources, be able to provide help, be able to be that just even an ear sometimes, you know what I'm saying? When someone needs to talk, you can be that person they can talk to, and not judge, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of times when you're in the situation that a lot of people are in, they look at authority, you know what I'm saying, as police or probation officers or anything like that. So to get anything out of them, they you know what I'm saying, they clam up real quick. But when I can meet somebody at face level and let them know, like, hey, I've been where you've been, I've been through this and that, you know what I'm saying, and kind of give them a little brush of my story, they open up a lot more. They open up a lot quicker, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's no judgment on my end, man. I love everybody. I love recovery. I'm a huge God fan. You know what I mean? That's like I said. That's I'm blessed, man.
So, what organization did you get into?
So I started with the United Way of Dickinson. Big shout out to the United Way.
Big shout out to the United Way.
That's where I started with the peer support, and now for the United Way of Dickinson, I am a community impact coordinator.
Okay.
So I go about and I still do a little bit of peer support, but I meet with a lot of individuals that are needing any type of help, from homelessness to needing food, to needing glasses, you know what I'm saying? Anything that anybody needs help with is what I do. I also work for the Southwest Multi-County Correctional Center, which is the county jail in Dickinson.
Stark County.
Yes, sir.
I've been in there.
Which is crazy, because I ain't never thought that I'd work for a jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in and out of prison, but they provided me with these opportunities, and I'm running with it, man.
Right.
Man, what better place to work in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to work in jails.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like, some of the jail guards, especially Burley. Shout out to the guards in Burley. There are a lot of good guards there.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful for that, because, man, when I'm up in there, like, you know, crybaby, you know what I mean, acting tough, pretty much.
Right. I want to thank all the CEOs for bringing me my meds.
I know it. Yeah, right? Yeah, man. It's interesting. They need people like us in there.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's cool to be able to relate, like I said, to be able to meet these individuals, to help with their needs, to be able to just sit and talk with them. And like I said, it's because y'all have been in jail, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the people probably watching have been where we've been, and it's to be able to help somebody, man. Like, it's like I said, I'm not a 12-stepper, but I truly believe that I'm on if you go by steps, the 12th step, because me giving back to these other individuals, me giving back to the help is what keeps me going on an everyday basis.
Right.
It's a really cool thing, man, that I get to get paid. Don't get me wrong. We all need a paycheck. Life's hard enough without it. but I would do this job without a paycheck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is my passion. This is where I'm supposed to be.
So I heard through the grapevine that there's a detox center in Dickinson.
There is.
What's the name of it?
The name of the detox center is the Crisis. It's the CRU Crisis Recovery Unit, Crisis Intervention Unit.
You ever been there?
I haven't, so I was about to go there, but
no. Have you ever brung somebody there?
I have.
Okay.
So the way that it goes about with me is I didn't get to take somebody directly there. I took them to a different agency and sat down with them while they talked to a worker at this agency to get them lined up to go to the Crisis Intervention Unit.
Right. So I got a partner right now in the psych ward.
Yeah.
Second time in 2 weeks. And what do you think, like, as far as like people that have mental problems plus addiction problems, and that's all tied in together.
Yep.
Like them going to the psych ward, or them going to detox, or them going to sober living, or like what, through your experience, what are some of the things that's really helping people through all the different avenues?
To be honest, man, from my experience, it's being able to have a peer support, being able to have somebody that's been there. You know what I mean? Being able to have somebody that's willing to help you any type of day, any type of night. Somebody that is willing to go out of their way to make sure that you're okay. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we feel alone, we feel abandoned, we feel like we're by ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So be able to have an individual step up and let you know that you're not alone, let you know that you're loved, let you know that it will get better is probably the best thing for that.
Amen to that. Crisis hotline?
211?
Yeah, tell everybody about that.
The 211 is if you're going through anything, feeling any type of nerves, suicidal thoughts, anything like that, just go ahead and give 211 a call. It's always accessed, always available. Someone will always answer and guide you in the right direction of where you need to go.
Amen to that. Malachi.
Yes, sir.
How you doing there, Big Kahuna?
Good.
Yeah, you look good. Got that F5 hat on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got some words of wisdom or some questions for this fine gentleman?
On what you guys were talking about there, like the whole mental illness and addiction, and how, like handling that. I know for myself, and I'm such a baby and early on in all this, like, I want success. I want to never use drugs again. I want to, ever. But I have been messed up since day one. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is like that. Like for those people out there that have been broken since you were a kid and like you needed a little extra, you know what I mean? And like, one thing with walking with God in my recovery is that I'm not going to say I'm never going to go to jail again. I'm never going to go to a treatment center again. Because the facts of longevity, which that hurt today. Longevity, I'm not used to being sober. I'm not used to living this lifestyle. I'm not used to paying bills. I'm not used to having consistent friendships that aren't based on either getting drugs or sex. So this is a whole different lifestyle. Yeah. For the people that are out there that are doing this or considering doing it, like, we love to want perfection, but for me, man, I'm just kind of like an item, I feel like. And I have to be like that to grow, because I have to train myself slowly, because I don't really learn on the first time around, because I'm kind of a juggernaut. And which it has its positive things, but it's tough. Everybody's got their mess. But for those people that are out there and you feel like you can't live up to people's stuff, like, man, this peer support thing, this sounds interesting to me.
No, that's cool, man.
For real.
Amen.
This is pretty cool that they got that.
It's cool. So, like, with what you're saying, man, a lot of times mental health and addiction run hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? because and like you said, it starts young. We go through some type of trauma, and then we learn how to numb that trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we go with it
For the moment.
Yeah, for the moment. but that trauma, it just causes and creates
So
more
I
trauma.
traumatize myself again.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's I believe,
Yeah.
and that's just me being honest, man. Like I still deal with
real.
my mental health, all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it, to be honest, it brought my wife to show me a lot of what I was missing on that mental health side. You know what I'm saying? So she's the one that really pushed me to do the mental health. But I know that I need to cure or work on my mental health in order to continue my sobriety on this recovery journey. You know what I mean? So I don't fall back into that
journey.
Yeah, that recovery journey. So I don't.
Yeah.
It's a journey, man. Every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like you live it day by day, and that's the truth.
Absolutely.
But like I said, mental health and addiction run hand in hand, man. So if you need to take care of both of them. You know.
Absolutely.
You need to be the best you all the way around.
Amen to that. How do you deal, I mean, from the past to day one of sobriety, how do you deal with like bad days? Or how do you deal with like temptation? Because if you don't identify for at least 5 programs, you're lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you haven't had a temptation come across your path in your new life, you're also lying.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Like, maybe you could tell us about a situation that happened, because I got a few I can say.
So for me, man, the way I deal with temptation, the way I deal with bad days, for me personally is I go to God. I go to God on everything. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, I go to, I have a really positive circle right now in my life. Started with my wife down to my kids, to my parents, you know what I'm saying? To where I can talk with any of them. My oldest son is probably my best friend, my only friend, man. I had to cut off everybody, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've definitely had some temptation, man. It even comes to just like sometimes watching a simple movie, you know what I'm saying? Can give you that thought in your mind that makes you sweat, makes your palms wet, you know what I'm saying? Makes you think. But like I said, I pray on it, man, but to have a circle of individuals that you can rely on is probably one of the biggest things. A positive circle, you know what I'm saying? You really do truly have to get rid of any individual that doesn't care about your sobriety.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, temptation is going to hit you every day. You know what I'm saying? The thought, as an addict, I feel that we think the thought crosses our mind at least one time a day. You feel me? But how you go about that is, like I said, I talk to God, I talk to my sober support, I talk to my wife a lot about everything, man.
In your life, have you ever thought about suicide?
I can't. Yes, to be honest, man. I've never thought it through. You know what I'm saying? But the thought of, like I said, when I was in Arizona by myself, man, the thought of me not being around might make things easier for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And so that's a double-edged sword, because that could destroy everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the same time. Malachi, what are your thoughts on any experience you ever had with thoughts of suicide? And now that you're still alive and you're better, what are your thoughts on it and the process that people may go through, and any advice?
On suicide, you could be a dead man walking. I was for many years, where I hermited, like I would not hang out with anybody, like at all, or talk to anybody, or anything, like literally. And then I would get mad at you for not knowing what's going on with me.
That must have been a big rock you was hiding under.
Yeah, it was. I mean, not really though. I felt like I was pretty in the open, like being lost in the middle of everything, And suicide is a tough thing for me to talk about. Like, I have almost killed myself before. To get to that point of actually, like, within 5 seconds of, pretty sure that's lights off. it took a lot to get to that point for me. And I was kind of being a coward doing that and being selfish. I mean, geez, if I would have done that like that, you know, it's, I don't know, it's tough. You know, I'd almost like want to go battle somebody or something, you know, but not like anything crazy or anything. I don't know, take up UFC or something. I don't know. But, you know, dying for me, like, I felt like dead already. Like, for years, being away from my family and dead to myself, spiritually dead. I don't know, it's a big subject for me because life is something I didn't do. So it's like I was already kind of dead. You know, I already committed suicide by diving. I mean, reckless abandon for drugs. I'm talking about I'll steal your sticker that you got there and sell that. And I'm talking about steal your socks. You know what I mean? Maybe give you a little piece. Something, you know? And, you know, that life is intense. It's exhausting. And it takes a lot of work. For sure. There's a lot of work put into that. It's not an easy thing. It wasn't an easy thing for me.
You mean to tell me that it's not easy to control the world on your own power?
God, it's overwhelming. And that will make you want to kill yourself.
Right.
The exhaustion. Being tired.
Right.
Of being a slave.
Right.
Pretty much.
A slave to...
slavery to yourself.
Well, I'm really glad that you didn't do the ultimate thing and that you decided to keep fighting and surrendering. And when you let God run the show, man, why go against the grain when I could be a whistle in the wind? You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing, you know, when you become a vessel for God. And because I should be dead a long time ago. You ever thought that maybe we OD'd in our sleep one time and this is the afterlife?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I know I've died a few times.
Yeah. But
that's a crazy thought.
Yeah.
That's real though.
Yeah. But I'm grateful to be alive and sober, and I know that this is all God's work. It's nothing from me. Amen. You know what I mean? Because
absolutely.
When I do what I want to do, or I do what my thinking powered me through my life, my propulsion, I end up butt naked in a crack motel, peeking out the window, sweating. You know what I mean? With nothing. And so I'm gonna let God run the show every day, baby. You know what I mean? I'm gonna unlock that deadbolt, and I'm gonna let him. I'm just gonna be a whistle in the wind. You know, a whistle in His wind. But well, thanks for sharing that, Malachi.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, sometimes I get a little sidetracked with this stuff because it's so deep. You know, suicide is like the end of the road, you know, I guess, but it's not. For the people that go through with it, there is such a life that still lives on that affects tons of people.
I mean, it's a story that can help somebody else.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's really not the end.
Right. So I can tell you with the tools that I've learned. Talk to another person. Right? Talk to another person that's not a doctor or something. Talk to someone that's been through it.
Yeah.
Sunlight. We're deprived from sunlight here in North Dakota.
Water.
You know what I mean?
Stay hydrated.
With the winter. Yeah. So what I've done, and it's just, I'm not an expert. I just try different stuff. And it ain't drugs anymore that I'm trying. It's different stuff to better myself. It's either going to work or it ain't going to work, but I'm going to try it. So I go to infrared sauna often. I polar plunge often. Do your research. Me and my lovely fiance, we go get massages. You know what I mean? Spa day. And then I try different nutrients and minerals because our bodies are deprived of a lot of minerals in different ways and we don't realize it. And all this junk that we put in our body is just killing us, you know? And so speaking in public, a public speaker or a AA speaker or any kind of motivational or anything, standing in front of a whole bunch of people and speaking is the most thing you can grow, because when you're able to be comfortable being uncomfortable, sober, like I could take a couple pills and go stand in a crowd of 1 million and get everybody to give me $1. You know what I mean? But sober is different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so when you can feel comfortable being uncomfortable sober, that's when you spiritually grow. Mm-hmm. And it starts by, instead of being a taker throughout the day, you be a give back to the universe. Mm-hmm. What can you do today to help somebody or give back to the universe and not even like tell everybody about it? Yes, sir. You know what I mean? And that's how I started mine. I would like be living in a sober living house, and we had chores, and somebody would be slipping on one of their chores, and I'd do it for them. And then they'd be like, who did that? And I wouldn't say nothing. Then I started volunteering at the soup kitchen. And that was a crazy experience. And heaven help us, all the people I was just homeless with in the Motel 6, because the United Way was giving us free rooms because it was so cold. Now I was on the other side of the counter serving them. And it was all people. I'm like, man, you got staples in your face? What have you? Yeah, it's getting bad out there. I'm like, man, I don't want to go back to that. I do not want to go back to that. Walking around with the clap, you don't know if you're burning or you ain't. You know what I mean? It only burns every other time I pee. You know what I mean? So that I understand that misery. But I would say start off simple. Just go volunteer somewhere. They ain't got to pay you. Even if you're broke. It's the most magical thing that ever happened. I remember I was broke and I found a purse. And it was full of money. And every inch of my body wanted to take that money and just leave the purse. I called my sponsor. A sponsor is a mentor in sobriety that's been through it. He's sober. His life has changed. He's working spiritual principles. And he told me to look at the address on the ID and bring it back. So I went over there, and it was so hard to knock on that door. And I knocked on that door, and they answered, and they had an attitude. Like, what you knocking on my door for? And I gave them the purse, and they like snatched it out of my hand and slammed the door. And I was like, man, I should have took like $80 out of there. You know what I mean? I could have did good with that. And it took me like 2 weeks to get over it. But it made me grow personally. And it taught me something, you know, is that you don't have to be in survival mode to survive. God will always provide what you need, not what you want. Amen. The way you think it is, or it needs to be, is not always the right answer. He's going to provide you what you need. And you can get it fast, you can get it slow. It'll come over time. But I can tell you, I don't know how I survived in my first 3 years of sobriety, working at Jiffy Lube. But because when you first get a job, you know what I mean? You start taking your meds, you get your penicillin, get your body cleaned up and stuff. And then then usually you're riding bicycles, so you start getting in shape. You know what I mean? Now you got your wind together. You know, you get a little tan. And then when you get your first check, it's like $60 or something for 2 weeks, because everybody want their money now. You know what I mean? And you like, man, I'm working, I got my life together. Nah, everybody want their money. You know what I mean? Everybody, because if you come in this life and you don't owe somebody something, you're lying. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I found that if you humble yourself and don't let money be your God, you know what I mean? Because the true creator, the true God, Yahweh, will give you what you need. It might be getting a bag of groceries from the food pantry. You know what I mean? But it's going to be the food that you're going to survive on. And then when you start giving back to the universe, blessings start coming. And all you got to do is turn around and catch it like a Hail Mary pass. I had so many blessings hit me in the back of the head, I ain't even know it. I was like, damn, I'm getting all these bumps. You know what I mean? Breaking out. She must have had bugs at her house or something. So pay attention. Look for the blessings. And never, ever in your life, let your blessings become your burdens. Because you prayed for that stuff. Remember that. And I want to thank Dakota Grant for coming all the way from Dickinson come and share his testimony, experience, strength, and hope. I want to thank Malachi for showing up, the big kahuna. He's back there. And any questions, any other questions, personal questions, anything you got, Malachi, for Dakota tonight?
Not really. It was all a really good talk tonight.
Yep.
It was deep, which was humbling. So.
Yep, it's real.
Yeah, it's real stuff.
Yep.
Real sobering.
Yep. Your story is the most valuable possession that you own. I'll say it one more time. Your testimony, your story of how you went through things, good and bad, is the most powerful possession you own. Because it can remind you, you don't want to never go through that again. Because we got some built-in forgetters that lies to us in our own voice. It says, Brandon, just walk in that bank and take it. You know what I mean? Or you can just do it one time.
Don't pay that bill.
Nobody will know. And so that's how a lot of people fall off. You know what I mean? It's very tricky. It's a tricky disease that we have, you know? And so always pay attention and stay strong and stay vigilant and stay prayed up. You know what I mean? Because you can mess your whole life up in 2 seconds. And it'll take you 13 years to fix it. Trust me, I know. A couple questions for you, Dakota.
Yes, sir.
Can you play any instruments?
So I played drums back in high school. I played drums and trombone.
Trombone?
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up. You think you can still play it?
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
Have you ever thought about just trying some of the old stuff you used to do?
I mean, I still play sports, man. Sports is my thing. I really like to sing.
You can sing?
I can try. You know.
Sing what?
I mean, R&B is my jam.
Okay. Malachi? tell him who your cousin is.
Man, I don't know. That's kind of private.
Okay, I won't say nothing. But Malachi, he's got a little blue. So since you brung that up, hit us a little something.
No, I ain't gonna say.
Come on, man. Your wife's right there. You know what I mean?
No, you know what I'm saying? Me liking to sing and being good at it, two different things.
He be singing in his socks over the coffee pot this morning, cooking eggs. Malachi, can you play any instruments?
By ear, I can play piano.
That's cool, man.
Drums, bongos. I mean, I just like to mess around on stuff and make racket, but
that's cool.
Can you sing?
I love to sing too.
Okay, hit something for us.
When I'm not smoking too much, like tonight.
Well, hit a Barry White tune or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Lean on me.
Yeah, there you go.
When you're not strong.
There we go. Straight from
I'll
Pheasant.
be your friend.
Yeah, straight from
I'll
Pheasant.
help you carry on.
Yeah, that's somebody.
Oh.
That's somebody.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's somebody's uncle right there. You know what I mean?
I'm a sweet talker. Take it to church on Sunday.
Yeah, me and Malachi. Good job, brother. And me and Malachi, we were spiritual brothers in our last life. We grew up in the orphanage together, and we even had a little song, Brother and Brother. August, sing us a little tune. Come on. Sing us one of them songs you be singing on the radio.
No.
Please?
No.
Just hit a tune for us. Come on.
What's one song that you like? You need to be a yes man.
Yeah.
Too many no's, man. I don't
Okay.
like knowers.
Okay.
Knowers
At
are
least I
out
can
there.
play an instrument.
What instrument can you play, August?
Piano and guitar.
That's cool.
Yeah, piano and guitar. August is
And
learning
also xylophone.
a xylophone.
You play instruments?
I don't play no instruments. All I did was play hooky. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, I can hum. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right. I was a break dancer. I was a dancer. You know what I mean?
You were doing the work.
Yeah. All that. I was a break dancer, and
Really?
I mean, I just know how to talk. You know what I mean? And that's my gift.
Art too.
But you are all born with spiritual gifts from God.
Amen.
And they still there. But once you abuse them, they turn into a curse. And it's very hard to get that curse lifted. But I went straight to hell. And they think hell's hot, but it's cold. And I went to hell, and I looked the devil in his eyes, and I said, I got a gift receipt. Give me my soul back. You know what I mean?
7
And,
times.
yeah. And
You owe me.
I mean, it's a great thing to be able to find a new purpose in your life and to find out who you really are and what you're meant for. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a purpose while we're here.
Amen.
If you still alive, if you was like almost dead or died and came back to life, there's a purpose for you. And if you don't figure out what that purpose is, all you're doing is taking up space. You know what I mean? You've been granted a new life for something. And if you don't use it right, God bless you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to the show, my brother.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you.
One more question before you go.
Yes, sir.
If you had one last meal and you was on death row and they said, look, this is your last meal. It could be anything, an entree or appetizer. It could be some home cooking. What would that meal be?
Ribeye steak,
How you like it cooked?
medium rare.
Medium rare. That's amen to that. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like eating a big old steak.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Do you eat seafood?
I don't.
You don't? I can't hang out with you.
Nah.
So like we do at the end of every Sober Talk episode, if you, right now, somebody out there listen, is lost, they're alone, they're homeless, they're thinking about being sober, they're not thinking about being sober. I mean, they're in and out of prison, they're in and out of the halfway house. If you had any words of wisdom to tell them right now, what would you say?
Keep your head up. It'll get better. You know what I'm saying? Give it a chance. You know what I mean? Just take that shot. Give sobriety a chance. See what you can do with it. Like you said, we all have a purpose in life, man. Put your head down, pray, talk to God. Reach out to people, man. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? You're not in this alone. I promise you that. There are individuals out there willing and wanting to help you, man. You just gotta ask for it. Keep your head up and keep fighting the fight.
Amen to that. You got any shout outs?
Shout out to my wife, shout out to my mom and dad, and shout out to my kids.
Amen.
Shout out to United Way and the Southwest Multi-Jail, man.
Yeah. Well, you got it live. Dakota Grant coming up on a year of sobriety soon. He is a walking miracle.
Amen.
Turned his life around, and now he's working for United Way in different organizations, and he's helping people. He is no longer an outcast to society. And it's a beautiful thing. If you ain't dead yet, God ain't done with you yet.
Right.
And he's got a purpose for you. So
Very true.
if anybody needs any resources, needs help or advice, message the show. You can message me. You can message Malachi. How can anybody out there get in touch with you in the Dickinson area?
You can call me at the United Way.
Call Dakota Grant at the United Way. Anybody looking for a detox, go to Dickinson. And if anybody is in a crisis, it could be anything, you know, call 211. And you can hit up Dakota Grant at the United Way of Dickinson. You can hit him up at 701-483-1233 in Dickinson, North Dakota. They have resources. We got resources. Shout out to F5. They got resources. Shout out to all the Sober Livings and all our sponsors. Thank you for the support and the love. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to make a lot of the things that is happening right now. Justin Morissette says, did I win tonight's giveaway? You ain't called, fool. We sat here, I heard crickets. I can even hear the ticks talking about you. You know what I mean? Nobody called. But tune in next week. We got a gift certificate for Hanson's Menwear, $50 giveaway right here in Bismarck, North Dakota. Every Friday night, we'll announce it. We'll say what caller's going to win. And I want to thank all our callers tonight. Even someone called all the way from Wyoming. So I want to thank our winner tonight. And we will get that gift certificate to you. Malachi?
Yes, sir.
Anything on the outing of the show would you like to say?
Be gentle with yourself.
Be gentle.
Not too gentle though.
And don't forget, put J-Double on his chicken wings.
Yeah, put J-Dobo on them chicken wings. You know what I mean? They could be bone in or bone off, you know? But put J-Dobo on them chicken wings, baby. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Sober Talk with Brother Brandon, the Ragin' Cajun, baby. I want to thank y'all. Oh, look at my boy from Arkansas. I was in the military with that boy. What's up, Mike Brown? Yeah, man, we've been through some stuff together. You know what I mean? What's down with you, Mike? Great men do great things, baby. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, brother. It takes a strong man to raise a strong man. I love you, my brother, but we got some history, man. I never forget any of that stuff. You dig? But I love you, brother, and keep being a great man and leading your family, brother. We love you. God bless you. Sending prayers to you. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Next week, we won't be having a show. We're going to be at Evangel Church at the Arena Men's Conference. It's a great conference, bringing a whole bunch of men together. And they're going to have some great speakers next Friday night. But no show tomorrow night. We be at the Arena Men's Conference at Evangel Church in Bismarck, North Dakota. So if you want to be there, check it out. If not, we'll tell you about it. But tonight's show is being dedicated to a good friend of mine, a brother of mine that helped me in my first year of sobriety. I came off the streets, and he took me under his wing, and he made me feel like a person again. And I remember the first time I seen him, he had them fresh threads on, that shiny bald head. I was like, man, I want to be fly again. I ain't supposed to be no bum. I'm out here smelling like yesterday's deli. You know what I mean? And I'm very thankful. But I dedicate this show to my brother Brian Thomas. We lost Brian yesterday. He went on to a new life. And sending prayers and love to his family. We're going to miss you, B. Keep flying high. I know you're at peace now. And look over us, brother. You know what I mean? Look over us. And sending much love to you, bro. I never forget the things you helped me with in my life. Much love to you and your family. But thanks for tuning in. And if you can't stay sober, catch an Uber. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can catch an Uber anywhere. I don't care where you're at. You can get you an Uber. And think about the other people driving with their family or something, man. You don't wake up in a prison cell and then they tell you didn't kill somebody. So catch an Uber. Don't drink and drive. If you ever think about trying fentanyl, call me. You know what I mean? Because, it's straight up. If you take that stuff, you're going to die. You know what I mean? Straight. People... yeah. I would wake up today. I'm gonna go out there and take me some fentanyl. You know what I mean? Like before you even think about it, or if you already on the stuff and you almost dead and you're thinking about being dead, give us a message. Give us a call. But yeah, stay prayed up out there. It's a lot of people dying every day. I lost 14 friends last year. And I'm at 3 this year already. So it's real. You know what I mean? It's real. Yep. It's real. This ain't no game. You know, we laugh and we talk about all our past because we healed from that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's not a game. What's up?
Can I say something?
Go ahead, August.
By the way, get yourself a mohawk because this dude has a mohawk.
Okay. August said get you a mohawk. I don't know where I don't know what he's talking about with that. He might be on his MMA stuff now. He just started boxing. Now he's trying to...
MMA. Hey. Don't mess with me.
Okay.
I'm in boxing.
Yeah, he's out security. But
boxing. Don't remember.
Everybody stay blessed. Have a great weekend. And when you wake up, ask yourself, who am I going to help today? And tell your family, tell your kids, tell whoever, even if they ain't there, call them. And just tell them you love them. Ask them how they doing. You know what I mean? We get so caught up in life, we forget the simple stuff. You know what I mean? But shout out to my boy Dooley in Arkansas. I never forget the times that we had, brother, and the stuff that we've been through. It's forever in my memory. Shout out to my mom, everybody watching across the world, across the nation. We love you. And in the words of my great grand mentor, Jack Height, if nobody told you yet, we all love you, baby. Peace and chicken grease. We see you soon.